Political Check-In, broadcasting live on the Really American Media platform. We're slogging through another political swamp, thick with nonsense and bad intentions. Let's cut through the poo-poo and throw a little light on the chaos before it buries us all. We don't care if you chew gum during the podcast, but no blowing bubbles. Alrighty then, without further ado, here's Nick and Bubbles. Steve. Holy moly. Take it away, gentlemen.
Take it away, we will. Welcome one, welcome all to the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve. We getting ready for it. I know, a few minutes late. Give a guy a chance, for crying out loud.
I think it's funny that people can see us now, because I can see you, like, throwing on the headphones, getting all ready.
Fumbling around, yeah.
It's fun. Nick and I run the radio forever, and you never could see us. That's how radio works, in case you're not familiar. But now people can see us. How fun is that?
It's very fun, dude. I mean, I suppose it is. I don't know.
It's debatable. We're both running a little late today. I was late doing news, though. I wasn't like out, playing hopscotch or something. Okay?
Sure.
Hey, go to thevocalminority.net. If you'd like to contact us directly, you can also find us on various social medias.
Yes, you can. And a lot of people have been writing in to our website, Stephen, thevocalminority.net. Always love to hear from people there with, I don't know, questions, comments, whatever.
Yeah. Usually it's nice stuff, so that's good too.
Yeah, that's true. We're your news guys. It is 10 minutes after the 3 o'clock hour here on the West Coast. It's a live program, so chat away, comment away, and people are jumping in right now as we do the program live on the Really American Media platform.
Yeah. Hello from 3.98 per gallon, Eugene, Oregon. That's not too bad, actually, there, Eugene. But, I'm in a relatively cheap area, and I just went over $4 a gallon, so...
I popped over $5 in Washington.
I was going to say, I was up at Lake Tahoe the other day, and it was over $5 a gallon there, too. So, yeah, listen, we're paying for this war with our souls, our credibility, and our pocketbooks. And the gas pump is probably just the start of it. So,
hope it's all worth it, dude. They were an imminent threat, for crying out loud. So,
well, Lindsey Graham is happy. So, there you go.
That guy's weird, dude, that he gets a boner for war. Like, he really wants to, blow people up.
It's a boner for war and probably a guy named Warren. You know what I mean, Lady Lindsay?
It's very true. Okay, busy day. Let's hop into some news, and welcome to the show.
This is Need to Know News. News you need to know.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
My favorite part of the show is waking up for my second cup of coffee every day. So, my main motivation.
So strange how you limit yourself, dude.
Well, I only have my little French press. How many cups of coffee can I possibly make in one day?
What's up with that, dude? I mean, how long are we going to deal with a French press, a fucking antique on your countertop, dude?
I like to be a coffee snob. I'm grinding my own beans nowadays, too.
I grind my own beans, but yeah, we got to do something about that.
Well, I'll work on that. I'm saving democracy first, and then I will figure out coffee. Is that fair?
Yeah, we can deal with that.
Okay. Listen, we've been talking a lot about Epstein. We've been talking a lot about Iran, and I have a little bit on both of those topics. But first and foremost, let's talk about I almost said the late great. No, just the late Charlie Kirk. And his Turning Point USA thing and his widow that seems perfectly ecstatically fine that he's gone.
She seemed to move on very quickly. I mean, I don't want to be a dick, dude, but those tears, they never seem real to me. Her emotions are just so all over the place and strange that, I don't know that I buy it.
No. Have you seen that video of her backstage before she goes out? It's a grainy black and white thing, but you can see her put her head back and she's putting eye drops in. It is what it looks like. I mean, so no, I don't buy it. And listen, I'm going to make a comment that some of you aren't going to like, and that's fine. There is a level of immaturity with Nick and I that I feel is part of our charm and our sincerity. So occasionally you may hear one of us burp. Occasionally we may say something that somebody's going to say, you chauvinist, but I think we're just keeping it real, and I think we're on the right side of all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Having said it, up with all of that, Erica Kirk is in this category of so many mega people, so many mega women that I'm just like, I despise everything about you. Why do you have to be attractive?
This is the age-old fight. You think she's hot too?
I do, yes. I mean, she is. She's a former beauty queen pageant person thing. Like, obviously, she is physically attractive, yet morally repulsive. But my brain always has this little split screen of, oh, hey, attractive woman. Oh, it's Erica Kirk. Arr. Hey,
Yeah.
attractive woman. Oh, it's Christy Nome. God damn it. Like, attractive woman. Oh, it's Nancy Mace. Stop that. Like, I'm sorry, but Nick, I am 50, so I am keeping it mainly age appropriate. I don't know how old Erica Kirk is, but with Nome and Mace and all that. Like, I'm sorry, I have eyes, right?
You can have eyes, dude. Yeah, I guess I don't know. We got to get into some studies on that, dude, of like how repulsive does a person have to be to where your eyes no longer see an attractive person?
I'm learning there is not a limit. I mean, it's a good thing Hitler wasn't a woman and an attractive one, because then that would be the ultimate death.
Yeah,
But yeah, so far, I'm like, I'm calling all these people out. It's not like I'm giving them a free pass.
Oh,
but,
I get it.
So anyways, we have Turning Point USA news, mainly revolving around Erica Kirk, who you should all sleep well knowing she is now on the Air Force Academy board.
What is
I'm
it?
not even sure.
I don't even know what the position holds.
Exactly. Somebody says, what? I assume you're talking to me. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with the audience. President Donald Trump quietly appointed Erica Kirk to the Air Force Academy board yesterday, prompting swift outrage and mockery from both sides of the political aisle. Kirk replaced her husband, who also shouldn't have been there, Charlie Kirk, who spent a short time on the board before he was shot. Among his accomplishments on that board, Kirk helped build a chapel and urged Academy cadets to, quote, know that we are the greatest nation ever, while apparently praying to God.
So creepy all the way around, dude. I mean, gosh, Charlie Kirk's been out of the news for a little while here, so we haven't had to hear his voice and see his weird gum line and, you know.
Yeah, except he's on a huge banner outside of the, what is it, Department of Education or something?
Yeah. No, I mean, he's everywhere. If you travel these United States, you will see in small towns different flags of Charlie Kirk, different like squares, Charlie Kirk Square, Charlie Kirk Elementary. Like a lot of shit happened very quick.
Yeah, and for no good reason other than he died. Like, he doesn't deserve it. I mean, at a minimum, even if you can't accept that he was a asshole and a lot of racist, misogynistic, backwards things he said, like, you have to acknowledge he was divisive. That's why he was popular. He would go and debate, kids and one-up them, edit them selectively.
Unprepared kids.
Right.
Isn't it funny, dude, that President Trump ordered the flag at half mast on Charlie Kirk's death or whatever, or his birthday. Maybe it's his birthday, but didn't order it at half mast for Martin Luther King Jr. and other prominent figures of history.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised whatsoever by that. And we were talking last show about Mark Wayne Mullen, Nome's replacement, who is not hot. And he had compared Charlie Kirk to MLK, which is an affront on so many levels. But Charlie Kirk had sort of railed on MLK. So it's just ironic and I would assume insulting to him. So it's insulting to everybody, including the man that he compared him to. So, yeah, neither Erica nor her far-right husband have any experience in any branch of military service. She joins a high-profile board that includes several members of Congress. And I just find this funny. Zach Costello, I'm sure you don't know who he is, conservative Christian activist, posted today, what in the actual hell are we doing? Erica Kirk appointment to this Air Force Academy board happened quietly over the weekend with no formal announcement. I'm sorry, but being the widow of an influential husband does not qualify you to advise the Defense Department about Air Force standards.
That's what she actually does, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
And who appointed her? Was it Trump?
Trump.
God damn, dude. I mean, you really do have to look like, what's the upside? Where's the money funneling in? Like, who's scratching your back to scratch mine? Like, something's going on because it just doesn't make sense otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that he did it quietly, that's what's so weird. Because I want to say, like, he did it to, curry favor, to score points. Look, I gave her some government position, but I don't know why he did it quietly and why he would do it at all, but there you go. Erica
Yeah.
Kirk helping advise on our our Air Force.
It's unbelievable, dude. It truly is. I mean, what does she know?
Well, she's living with her head in the clouds. Maybe that's the rationale.
Suppose
you know?
so.
I suppose her husband is up in the clouds, if you believe in that kind of thing. Maybe she thinks she can visit him.
Maybe she can. She tells her kids that all the time. I saw a video of her talking about it. But she was also appointed CEO of Turning Point USA, which I don't know how much it's worth. I know it's worth millions of dollars, maybe billions. I have no idea. But
Certainly millions, yes.
yeah, she had no idea what that was all about either.
No, but she managed to grift off that right away. I mean, some of these theatrics, I mean, surely you've seen them on TikTok and whatnot, where she's not only dancing and jamming to fireworks going off all around, but she's like being pulled up in the air like Bon Jovi back in the day, like
Totally, dude.
around the stadium.
It's a Michael Jackson concert. Like she comes out of the floor at one point. I mean, it's crazy.
And I don't know why people are talking about Candace Owens in the comment section, but Candace has been going after her hardcore, which I do find a little humorous, including playing that secretly recorded video of Erica Kirk talking about how much money she just made. Like, I can't believe how many T-shirts we sold. Look at all this money we're making. Like, my husband died. Sorry.
Things have become so chaotic in this dumpster fire of a political world that we're living in. We're seeing people talk about shit that I would normally just swipe by. Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Candace Owens is another one of them. I mean, she's got a lot to say about how freaking weird this whole assassination was with Charlie Kirk and the shit that's going on behind the scenes at Turning Point USA, which, I mean, something new came out. You were starting to tell me about it today.
Well, I got a few more Turning Point USA things, but just real quick, as you mentioned it there, we haven't heard anything about his alleged assassin since the day, right? I mean,
No.
nothing in the news.
Nothing.
Which on one level is par for the course. I mean, we don't hear anything about any of Trump's alleged assassins. All the public shooters we don't hear anything about. But I haven't heard them repeatedly try to say that this guy was some lefty liberal, which means they know he wasn't. Even if he had some liberal leanings or whatever, the original talking point was this was a straight up vote blue Democrat, from a long line of hippies that decided to go shoot Charlie. And that narrative fell apart.
There was all kinds of crazy shit that was wrapped around that. And like we talk about all the time, dude, this news cycle is so at a rapid pace that we forget shit. And that's what they're counting on, dude, because there was a lot of crazy shit that went down around that assassination.
Right. Is this true? Kirk's last words were "Don't invade Iran."
No, dude.
Oh, okay.
That's-
I think his
I
last
mean-
words were "Ouch," weren't they?
Yeah, I think it. Sorry.
I don't mean to disrespect his memory. I'm so sorry. Unlike his ex-wife. So here's another par for the course, keeping it on brand for Turning Point USA.
Okay.
The president of Turning Point USA's Florida International University chapter, because for some fucking reason, Turning Point is in all of these schools, high schools in Texas and colleges everywhere, whatever. The guy has voluntarily stepped down from his position because he realized it was all a scam. No, I'm kidding. That's
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to get out that easy.
No, he stepped down from his position after a report from the Miami Herald revealed that he was involved in a racist group chat amongst Miami campus conservatives.
Are we surprised? I mean, by that?
No, this is what Jesus would do, right? He would get on the internet and what were they talking about, you ask? Well, let's see. They used multiple variations of the N-word, more than 400 times, keep in mind.
Holy mackerel.
They described women as whores, used slurs to talk about gay and Jewish people. They had poignant discussions about Hitler's politics. Wow.
Unbelievable. I mean,
And
this is the people that put on the alternate halftime show because everyone was fearing Bad Bunny and brown skin. But these are the Christians that are solid Christian beliefs. They're not.
Thank you. the level of hypocrisy. I mean, I know that there's some level of just ingrained hypocrisy in most organized religions, but these fucking assholes trying to claim the moral high ground over any of us, trying to admonish people's lifestyles or cast their biblical beliefs onto your life. Like I've always said, like if you believe in the Bible and that's what you need to believe in to get through the hard times in life, that's fine. But don't start pushing your fairy tales on me. And that's what these people are doing with the help of the current administration, but behind closed doors in a discussion, by the way, that only spanned 2 months, used the N-word over 400 times, called women whores, slurs about gay and Jewish people.
And was this just on text?
It was WhatsApp.
Oh, see, if you're using WhatsApp, if you're not in another country and using WhatsApp in the United States of America, you're doing shady shit.
Yes.
Right. And just think, if they mentioned that all those times in WhatsApp, what do you think the live conversation between employees was?
Exactly. I mean, somebody needs to like volunteer to work at Turning Point USA, like backstage at some of these events, just so you can record these people. Because you're right, they were willing to put that in writing. So what the hell are they saying? Elsewhere?
Yeah. No, it's a dirty organization, dude. I'll tell you, I remember when Charlie Kirk, the day he got shot, I called my brother, and he's MAGA, and he was like, God almighty, what do you think about Charlie Kirk? I was like, I don't want to hurt your feelings by saying I couldn't care less, I think he's a pile of shit, and, I guess FAFO. I don't know, but
the Lord works in mysterious ways, Nick. Don't ask me to explain it.
That's truth. And he was like, oh, man, he just, he really set up fair debates and like he wanted to get conversation going. I was like, you're not paying attention, dude.
That's like the insane guy on the street corner just yelling out random racial slurs and stuff. Like, well, he's just trying to get a conversation started and make a few dollars. Like, he really is not that far removed from everything Charlie Kirk did. So,
yeah.
And I got one more story in the Turning Point USA universe here.
Okay, let's have it.
Speaking of making money, let's see. MAGA. MAGA crying their snowflake tears today after petty and callous governor vetoes the Charlie Kirk license plates in Arizona.
I don't think that's petty or callous. I think that's the right move, dude. What are we doing with shit like that?
I have no idea. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs, Democrat, vetoed the legislature's latest attempt, not the first attempt, the latest attempt to honor Charlie Kirk with a specialty license plate that would have given money to his far-right organization, Turning Point USA.
Wow.
Charlie Kirk's assassination is tragic and a horrifying act of violence, Hobbs wrote in her veto letter. But in America, we resolve our political differences at the ballot box. No matter who it targets, political violence puts us all in harm's way and damages our sacred democratic institutions.
Yes.
So she's really not dancing on his grave, but I don't know. I don't know what state everyone's in, but do you have any license plates that honor not only an individual, but a political individual, let alone a very divisive political individual?
No. I mean, Rachel's got a veterans plate.
Fair.
I don't see anything wrong with that. But when you do something like a Charlie Kirk, or if you could do a Trump license plate, or let's go the other direction. If you could do an Obama license plate, there is some sort of like, I know your plates are from the government, but we don't need to be hoisting up political figures or taking a side in traffic. Can you imagine the road rage these things create?
No, I mean, you already have it all over the back of your car anyways, mega types, whether it's a flag or all your bumper stickers,
right.
But a government license plate that you're going to use to funnel money to Turning Point USA. Just put your fucking freedom sticker there and then send your paycheck to Charlie's widow so she can buy some more mascara and leave the government out of it. Like around here, we have special plates for Lake Tahoe, an environmental gem. We have license plates for the wild horses that roam around Nevada. I don't know if anyone's aware of that. There are literally just horses roaming around this place. I just ran into a pack of 30 of them the other day when I was out on my dirt bike. Like, it's a weird thing, but I get having a license plate to like protect, the wild horses, right?
That's the thing, dude. If you got plates like that, keep Tahoe blue. It's all for a good cause of environment. They got Turning Point USA obviously has enough freaking money, dude. To
Yes. Disgusting. So for the record on that topic, there are currently specialty license plates in Arizona that contribute to autism research, fallen police officers, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the Navajo Nation, the Arizona Veterans Donation Fund, the Special Olympics, but there are none that go for a specific person. There's also no license plates for a specific political party in Arizona. So that would have done both of those.
Totally, dude. That all makes sense. This is a great comment. I love your thoughts on this, Steve. I don't want my car vandalized no matter what political views I have. I'm putting them on my car. What do you think about that? Because in all of this MAGA stuff, I told my wife for a while, like, you know what? Why? It's not changing anyone's mind or whatever. And, we're not so proud that we need to be like, oh, Biden.
There's a lot to that. I mean, one, yes, what you just said there. Like, I loved Obama. I did not have Obama flags, Obama merch. I didn't put the shit all over everywhere. Like, it makes no sense. It's why that is a cult versus a political party. But yeah, just the concept of inviting political disdain while you're driving down the road. Maybe every now and again you get a little honk and a thumbs up from some supporter, but I don't get it in general. But I also will tell you, in my life, I've had cars now for many years. I have never, ever, 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 ever put a bumper sticker on my car.
Of any type?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 investment. I'm not putting stickers on it.
I've got a few stickers on my windows. I think I have two very tasteful on my back window.
Listen, I'm not admonishing ever because I know a lot of you do it. I'm just saying I wouldn't. But if I would do the window sticker at least. The removing it, like.
Yeah,
put a sticker on my car.
It's
crazy.
No, I can't tell you how many bumper stickers of Bob Dole I still see on people's cars. If they still carry them around. But yeah, it's a bad idea. I remember this summer we were having some remodeling done in our house. Okay, and the people that were here were definitely leaned conservative. Okay, they made that clear through conversation and everything else.
Right.
Well, Rachel got these yard signs that basically said, like, veterans against Trump. Okay. She put them up. And I was like, I wonder if we should take those down just while they're here. She was like, why would you do that? I was like, only because I want them to do quality work. Like, I don't want them to be vindictive. It's not because I'm embarrassed of it. It's because people are freaking petty.
You do invite it to some extent. I wonder how many cars get keyed in parking lots because of your political bumper stickers. But I would like to think the veterans against Trump would be a pretty safe thing. But weren't you at a freaking lefty liberal Dave Matthews concert and she was wearing that T-shirt?
Yes. And people commented on it and got pissed off about it. I mean, not most, 98% of people were like, yeah, but there were a few bastards out there,
What is up with that? Dave would be so disappointed in you as a fan if not only if you're MAGA, but you have the balls to admonish somebody who's a veteran saying that they're against that. Like, woof.
You think if you're a veteran, you're safe, dude, with your views, no matter what they are.
Kid Rock's not opening this concert, okay? I don't know what you're doing at a Dave Matthews show, but yeah. So, all right. That's my Turning Point USA hypocrisy update. So good job, Arizona, for vetoing that bullshit. Yes. And I know that the Trump regime is dive bombing Arizona right now in Maricopa County, trying to get your voting records and all that so they can prove the fraud.
Yeah, right. Prove the fraud. We'll see what happens with all that, but there's no time for it anymore. No one's paying attention. We're at war. Or are we? Well, they've said we're at war several times. Things are happening in Iran, and just thought it was so funny, dude, that people on Fox News, did you hear what happened over there at Fox News?
No, I don't know. A lot going on over there.
Okay, so, they always have a camera. Well, I shouldn't say always. Oftentimes they have a camera. And when soldiers that have been killed in war come home, they drape the caskets with American flags.
Right.
The
sacred transfer.
Yeah. And usually the president is there. Well, that's true this time because President Trump did show up. But Fox News decided to play an old clip of him at another event like this. Okay,
Why?
Because in this scenario, he was wearing a white hat and just looked totally disrespectful, and they didn't want to show that on TV. So they took footage from a few years ago.
That really tells you something, right? That they knew how disrespectful that was, that a news, quote unquote, organization was willing to doctor live footage to try to make the man look like less of an asshole.
Completely, dude. Let's take a look because they did get caught, obviously, and had to go on and do a little bit of an apology, which, I mean, that must have hurt because they're not used to doing that. Dignified transfer in progress.
We got
here. Yeah. And here is the Fox News host saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, dude."
Acknowledge a mistake made earlier on our program. During our coverage of yesterday's dignified transfer, we inadvertently aired video from an older dignified transfer instead of the ceremony that took place yesterday. We deeply regret the error and extend our respect and condolences to the service members' families. We honor the sacrifice of those 6 American heroes. They are Captain Cody Cork, Sergeant First Class Nicola Moore, Sergeant First Class Noah Tietjens, Sergeant Declan Cody, Major Jeffrey O'Brien, and Chief Warrant Officer 3, Robert Marzon. All American heroes. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. How do you inadvertently do that, dude?
You don't.
No.
You don't. I mean, if you've worked around any sort of video, editing software, I've been in live newsrooms, you don't just have that shit laying around. Somebody went out of their way to get it and to mix it in there. So I, on one level, give Fox credit for at least attempting to apologize or make a retraction because they rarely ever do that. You'll notice it wasn't, Hannity or somebody, but yeah, you're just lying to us while you're saying that you screwed up, which just kind of makes it even more disrespectful because no, that wasn't inadvertent. And then you try to read their names to try to do some mea culpa.
Yes, completely. And on one hand, I see why Fox is starting to apologize for certain things because they got sued and lost their ass, Yeah, that's right. The lawyers must have gotten a letter. Here's the actual footage from when Trump walked in. Everything's going good.
Hey, those guys are wearing hats.
Look at him, dude. I mean, you're just a slot. Look at his cankles, first of all. How does he feel? But look at that hat. Why would you wear that?
I have no idea. He's also the only guy not wearing a black suit, you notice, because he's a vain asshole who wears whatever the hell he thinks he wants to wear. So a blue suit and a baseball hat, which I learned in elementary school. If my science teacher won't let me wear a baseball hat in class, why would the president think it's okay, looking over dead soldiers? And by the way, as someone pointed out, that's his merch. He sells that shit. That's a $55 baseball hat.
Which is unbelievable. He has a merch tent set up at the White House, dude. I mean, I guess it's not a tent, but
a closet room thing. It's insane. It's insane that our president sells merch. It's insane he's making any kind of money off of that, which is the least of it, which I'll get to in a minute. But it's so disrespectful. And the fact that nobody had the balls to either tell him or that, he didn't even care. It's everything about his dress and demeanor was wrong.
There was something I was reading about. Violence just brings up the red tie, too. And somebody told him, you might want to change your tie, sir, and at least put on a darker tie. He was like, no. He didn't wear black when the Pope died either. No, because Donald Trump doesn't give respect to anyone that he doesn't want to if it inconveniences him, especially.
He is a walking caricature of himself.
Yeah.
And Naomi, you're probably right. Made in China. I mean, almost all of his merch is, or at least not made in America.
Right.
Ironically. So, yeah, that's a douchebag move. And on that topic of making money off of the war in Iran, let me start with this, and then I will get to Trump's net worth. A new report came out today about how much his net worth increased in his first year in office.
Well, he is donating a salary. Don't forget to subtract that, Steve.
I'll take the 200 grand off of the large amount of money. And not only is he making money, but his entire family is. I mean, they're just a family of grifters.
Yes.
I did a story yesterday for Really American about Kai Trump. Go check it out. It is so disgusting. She went to some high-end grocery store in Los Angeles, and she was even like, I'm at the most expensive grocery store in America, and I brought my Secret Service here. Oh, my gosh, look how much this stuff cost. I'm going to go bankrupt. Like,
oh, my gosh.
You read the room.
Please.
And I went through the comments on her YouTube page. I literally couldn't find one positive comment.
Oh, really?
Oh, my gosh. It was comical. I played a game, and I don't read the comments ahead of time whenever you see me do my little comment cam thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's see how far we have to go to find a positive comment. And I read like 3 minutes of negative comments, and then I stopped talking. I started scroll. I'm like, I'm just going to, where's the, I couldn't find one. Could not find one.
Wow, that's really speaks volumes, dude.
It really does. But Trump's sons, one of whom is the father of Kai Trump, President Trump's eldest sons have already made a killing during their father's second term, with Don Jr. and Eric raking in billions for the family by hawking cryptocurrency and licensing the family's name.
Billions.
Oh, yes, billions with a B. Absolutely. Millions, that's chump change, Nick.
Yeah.
They're now going to be making a killing more directly. They are now part of a company that makes military drones. On Monday, 1 week after 6 U.S. soldiers, now 7, were killed by a drone strike in Kuwait, the Trump brothers announced that they are backing a company called Powerus, which makes drones to operate in high-risk environments, such as a war or whatever the hell Trump is calling it.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait, it gets more egregious here. It's impeccable timing beyond the fact that their dad has launched a conflict in which the U.S. forces are facing drone attacks like never before. But in December, Trump banned foreign drones from the U.S. market, including government contracts, citing national security concerns. So a drone can only be made by a U.S. company that his two little dipshit kids just invested a bunch of money in right in time to cash on a fucking war their dad decided to start.
It's unbelievable, dude. When he did his whole presidential address, what do they call it? Where he, talked for 5 hours.
Yes.
State of the Union. He was talking about insider trading and, called out like Nancy Pelosi on insider trading. Like, you're doing all the same shit. You're just doing it differently.
Right. And Tracy's right. Megyn doesn't care the Trump family's making billions while they get poorer. I mean, they were so pissed off at Hunter Biden for getting a job based on his last name. But yes, Trump and his family are grifting left and fucking right, and now they are literally doing it at the expense and the blood of American soldiers.
Yes.
And yes, in the last year, President Trump's net worth, give me a realistic number. How much do you think his net worth went up? Just him, not his family, just him.
I think it went up by $8 billion.
That's not realistic.
It's not?
Well, I suppose it is in their world. But yeah, you're going to be happy to hear, Nick. It only went up by $1.4 billion.
Okay, all right.
So,
all right.
That's not so bad then, right?
That's just what we can see, though. Does that include the Qatari jet? I mean, like, I'm honest. Like, does that really include everything? We know he lies on his tax forms and his, investing in real estate.
No, it does not technically include everything. Certainly does not include the family money that's going around. But President Trump's net worth increased by an estimated $1.4 billion over the course of his first year back for his second term here. His increased wealth is mainly due to his profits from cryptocurrency and his roughly $500 million civil fraud judgment in New York being thrown out for some fucking reason.
Yes.
The president is now worth $6.5 billion, according to a new Forbes list of billionaires. He's estimated at only 645th out of 700, but he did go up, since last year. Trump's crypto earnings stem from the industry's boom, largely due to his administration's own crypto-friendly policies. So yet again, he changes these policies
Yeah.
and then goes and cashes in on them. And MAGA just sits there getting poorer and thinking it's fine.
Well, we know he pardoned the guy, that does all the Bitcoin or works with crypto, and
Yes.
I mean, that made him tons of money overnight. Not only him, but his kids and Jared Kushner. Like, let's not forget about him making tons of cash.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. The whole family's cashing in. I mean, I was railing on Kai Trump. I mean, she is 18 years old and is already a multimillionaire on her own because of her golf endorsements. That as soon as her grandpa won the White House, all of a sudden Taylor May's just like, hey, high school girl that's reasonably good at golf, let's give you a multi-million-dollar contract. Gee, I wonder why. And I can only hope. Well, I hesitate to say this, but I can only hope the crypto does crash and the old Trumps get screwed. But I know people that are invested in that. Like, I'm not trying to screw the average person over, but
Well, have you seen the? I think it was on 60 Minutes. They did a special, and Eric Trump has a mining operation, just this huge building down in Texas that is full of servers that is constantly, mining Bitcoin. And the money they make off that alone on an hourly basis is unbelievable, dude.
wow, yeah. Listen, I guess I got to give him credit for being Trump really is the greatest grifter of all time. He is the greatest con man I think this country has ever seen.
Yes.
P.T. Barnum or somebody was the greatest grifter, or like,
Yes.
I mean, come on.
No,
He is the best at that.
Yes, 100%. I mean, he always seems to, how many times has he filed bankruptcy? He's
Well,
always making money.
6 is the answer because I just looked that up yesterday. He's never personally filed, though. It's always his businesses that he tanks, and then investors and employees and everyone gets screwed. Meanwhile, he walks away scot-free and lives to grift again.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I mean, people get so pissed off like Bernie Madoff correctly, but Trump, I mean, grifted that guy 10 times over as far as the money he's made and his family has made. And Bernie Madoff got, shamed out of society and he got thrown in jail, right? I mean,
Yeah.
but Trump's walking free and running the world, declaring wars, redrawing the map, making money hand over fist. So I guess his $55 baseball cap is the least of it, but
Yeah, don't forget about those gold Trump shoes, those tennis shoes. I see assholes walking around all the time with those, on TV. And then the cell phone that he never,
That's still
gave
not
to
out.
anyone. Yeah.
it's hilarious. He was just on Fox News hawking a new watch he's got.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's just a con man, just a shyster.
He's a piece of shit, dude, is actually what he is. Steve, I asked you this earlier today. I'm going to ask you again. Sean McCreesh, do you know the name?
Sean McCreesh, no.
Yeah. Sean McCreesh is a White House reporter for the New York Times covering the Trump administration. And he's so good, dude. We always talk about journalists, asking questions to Caroline Leavitt and wonder, like, or even Trump himself, like, why don't you ask the questions? And when you get a screwed up answer that is a lie, like, why don't you come back at him? We always want you to really fight for what you're doing. This Sean McCreesh asks questions. And I can't believe I was unaware of him because I feel like we need more journalists like this. I'm going to play you a couple of clips. The first two will show you just kind of his style. And then the third one will have a little content that we can talk about because it's recent. Ladies and gentlemen of the vocal minority, this is Sean McCreesh. Come on, Sean.
The White House decide that it is appropriate for Jared Kushner to be working on matters that involve Qatar, the UAE, and Saudi Arabia, 3 countries that combined have given him more than $2.5 billion for his investment firm?
I think it's, frankly, despicable that you're trying to suggest that it's inappropriate. Jared is donating his energy and his time to our government, to the President of the United States, to secure world peace.
That's exactly what we were just talking about, dude. These people are not donating their time. I mean, come on.
Nick, he's donating his energy, okay?
Yes, to world peace, for crying out loud.
Right. Okay.
Another
and yes, the problem is Sean is about to get audited or deported or whatever else. As Simi here says, they'll just boot you out if you keep asking questions like that.
But he's been doing it since 2016, and he hasn't been booted yet. But I wonder if it's why. I don't know. I should know who he is, right? And maybe he doesn't get called on very often.
That's to say, news to me.
So yesterday, you said that you were not sure who ordered the munitions halted to Ukraine. Have you since been able to figure that out?
Well, I haven't thought about it because we're looking at Ukraine right now and munitions, but I have not gone into it.
What does it say that such a big decision could be made inside your government without you knowing?
I would know. If a decision was made, I will know. I'll be the first to know. In fact, most likely I'd give the order, but I haven't done that yet.
What?
Wow.
But good questions. Like, what does that say, you pile of shit?
Yeah, no, he backed him into that corner nicely. So kudos.
Yes. Now here's our most recent one, and I love the way that he asked this question. Needed to be asked.
Mr. President, you just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation, but Tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have Tomahawks. They buy them from us. But I will certainly, whatever the report shows, I'm willing to live with that report.
Wow.
Crazy, right? I mean, first of all, he said, it is being looked at. It's under investigation, but I'll live with the report. We don't hear Trump say that very often.
No, but he just said that if the report says that I killed a bunch of schoolgirls, I'll live with that.
Doesn't care, dude.
Wow.
Doesn't care.
I mean, that says something. The fact that he started off that little statement, like, I don't really know. I haven't looked into, then why would you even make the comment to begin with? What a bullshit comment, by the way, that he was trying to blame Iran for bombing their own school with little girls twice. They didn't bomb that building once. They bombed it twice.
Yes.
So, yeah, Iran did that. They blew it up not once, but twice.
It's really, truly unbelievable that he would say that. It's so callously, once again.
Right. And his bullshit deflection that other countries have Tomahawks. True, but those countries, because I did a story on this today, including that clip, I believe it's Great Britain and Australia have Tomahawks. They're not part of this conflict.
No.
Japan is testing the technology. They're not part of this conflict. Israel does not have Tomahawks, because that was the other thing they were trying to say. Well, it could be us, could be Israel. We're all bombing that day. Well, first of all, we were bombing southern Iran, or Israel was bombing northern, and they don't have Tomahawks. They can only be launched from a submarine or an aircraft carrier. Can't launch them from land. So, I mean, how does he think we're not going to get to the bottom of this? And again, part of the story I did today, like multiple weapons experts have analyzed the video. They've slowed it down. You can see the missile. It's the Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Like, no one's denying that. And a Fox News reporter today, one of their correspondents, even said flat out, other people that have Tomahawks aren't involved in this. It's quite clear that it's going to be ours, and Trump surely knows that and is just trying to muddy the waters. Fox News said that today.
That's crazy, dude, because they don't turn very often. Eleanor S. Trump has bombed 7 countries, where Iran twice since he took office. That's crazy, dude. How much he's bombed since he's been in office.
Yes.
More than anyone else ever has.
Exactly. And I know I've said this before, but if you woke up to a news alert on your phone that another country bombed an elementary school and killed 148 schoolgirls, of course it would be an act of terrorism. Of course it would be an act of war. The entire world would pile on that shit. Yet it's what we did. And by the way, Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana, who's the folksy old-timey kind of guy, who's a complete mega sycophant, he came out today and said, I've seen it. It's a terrible mistake. We would never do it on purpose, but it's a tragedy. I am sorry that happened. Is that so hard?
No, dude, we can still talk shit about it, but it really cuts us off at the knees to be able to continue to go in on them if you just take responsibility.
Right. Humanity, humility. He sat there knowing that it's going to come out to be our bomb that killed these little girls. So he didn't try to defend it. I'm sorry. It is terrible. It's a tragedy. Like, that's all you got to do. But as we have talked about before, Trump has been programmed by Roy Cohen back in the 80s. Yep. You don't apologize ever for anything, no matter how egregious it is.
Then it's not your fault, dude.
Right.
You know, yeah. So,
but he's okay with it if that's what the report shows. And by the way, who do you think's making that report?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Pentagon Pete.
Pentagon Pete, who is, obviously, I just can't, I can't even believe we are where we are with Pentagon Pete, dude. I mean, this guy is a real batshit crazy human, but I heard something today and I thought to myself, that can't be true, dude. And I'm hoping that you can tell me how this is true.
Oh, boy.
Let's listen to Aaron Parnas.
Oh, okay. We like the Parnases. No relation.
Analysis conducted by Open Books found that the Secretary of Defense spent 93 billion taxpayer dollars in the month of September 2025 alone.
Correct.
Why that month? Well, if you don't spend the money as a federal government agency in September, the fiscal year ends, and so you lose the money. So let's look at what he spent it on.
Please.
$2 million on Alaskan king crab, $6.9 million on lobster tail, $15.1 million on ribeye steaks, $124,000 for some ice cream machines, $139,000 for donuts, $225 million on furniture, a $100,000 grand piano, over $5 million in Apple products, and much more.
What does this mean, dude? I mean, I'm honestly confused with lobster and steaks and pianos. Like, for what? For his home?
Throwing a cotillion at Mar-a-Lago on Saturday. So, no, listen, I mean, some of that, you and I did a story months back when we were going to, I think it was bombing Iran the first time, where we showed the video of the troops all eating lobster and whatnot, because that is somewhat of a tradition / we're sorry if some of you are about to die. Like, here's a really good meal. Could be your last meal, everybody. So, I mean, did they need to spend that much on it? Obviously not. How a grand piano factors into that? Like, something tells me that's in Pete's basement, but, this is a classic business thing that you got to spend your money. Otherwise, daddy will give you less, next time around. But
yeah,
to blow it on all of that stuff in those proportions, I can't believe they could possibly eat, what was it, $5 million something worth of lobster before they would all go bad. Like, he's just blowing the money because he wants it. More. Greedy. I want all your money.
Well, and think about that, dude. If you have to spend that money, so you'll get it next time, you won't lose all of that surplus. Why wouldn't you house some veterans with it or do something that makes sense to the American people for, my tax dollars went to that? Fine. I get it.
Spot on. Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you're going to spend the government money just to make your goals or whatever, then of course, like you just said, and like multiple people are chiming in here, like spend it on the vets.
Yes.
And I know you can make the case, like I was just saying, like he's going to feed some of the troops the food, but I don't think the troops, if you told them like, hey guys, should I spend $6 million for you guys to eat lobster or maybe give $6 million to homeless vets? Like, how many current enlisted do you think would want the fucking lobster?
Right. 100%. I mean, they would say, house my brothers and sisters, please.
Of course.
I'll eat some macaroni.
No, it's disgusting.
So, Hegseth is a pile of shit. I found that to be shocking. He was also on 60 Minutes. This is just a little clip from that interview. I'd like to get your thoughts on this question and his answer.
News has three sources telling us that Russia is providing intelligence to Iran on U.S. positions and movements. The average American might hear that and think that's a big and dangerous deal. Is it?
Well, we're tracking everything. Our commanders are aware of everything. We have the best intelligence in the world. We're aware of who's talking to who, why they're talking to them, how accurate that information might be, how we factor that into our battle plans, our CENTCOM commander. So we know what's going on. And the president has an incredible knack at knowing how to mitigate those risks. And so the American people can rest assured their commander-in-chief is well aware of who's talking to who, and anything that shouldn't be happening, whether it's in public or back-channeled, is being confronted and confronted strongly.
Our commander-in-chief doesn't even know where the Tomahawk missiles came from. I mean, he doesn't know anything.
It's insane. And before I comment on the Putin side of that, Hegseth just said we have the best intelligence. Yet, again, part of the video I did today, it'll be out at some point, like, they didn't know that that was a school next to what are also government buildings. And ABC News used Google Earth that we all have access to analyze pictures over the last 10 years showing that they built a wall between the school and the government buildings, and the building got painted bright blue.
Yes.
And if you now have seen the video of the aftermath, you see the bright blue walls with murals that children have painted all over them. Unreal. So you got the best intelligence, but ABC News in the last 2 days using Google Earth figured out something that you couldn't.
Yes.
So fuck you on that. And no one in the Trump world should even use the word intelligence. I mean, please.
Yes, it is a bit of an oxymoron.
But as far as Putin goes, if Spain, who everyone's railing on right now in MAGA world because they don't want us using NATO bases there, if Spain was feeding Iran information, if Venezuela was feeding them, if Canada was, do you think we would all just be rolling over and letting them pet our bellies? But of course, Putin has who knows what on Trump. And Trump has always wanted to suck that guy Schwanz. He loves him for whatever reason. So, no, it's complete garbage. And they had a talk today, and the readout, Trump tried to come out and say, we had a stern talk, and then Russia came out and put out a whole transcript. Like, half of this shit didn't even come up. There was no tough talk whatsoever.
Really?
Yes.
Lied about the whole thing. I mean, they did talk, but none of the content was what he said it was, huh?
Right. No tough talk, nothing about Ukraine and this whole Iran thing. I mean, and Putin's doing it to screw with us. And again, I think we talked about this last time. Like, this is the 1 degree of separation from a world war that we're in. We think we're just invading Iran right now, but if Russia's helping them out, that means China's a step away. I mean, we've got a regional conflict going on. I mean, it's insane. It's so disingenuous to just sit there and be like, hey, we know who's talking to who. It's all good.
Yes.
Those are your troops, Pete, that are in harm's way because Putin is feeding them intelligence.
Yeah, and you act like, oh, no, this is under control. We got it. Like, you don't even seem worried by that. That's a terrifying thought, dude. Yes. And we keep talking about and people scoff at the idea that on the MAGA side, like, oh yeah, this is World War III is just around the corner. Oh no, we just went in here to help Israel. Oh no, that's not what I meant. We just went in here because they had WMDs. Okay, we won't attack anyone else. We're just trying to take care of that. Is that really the truth?
But you said that Cuba wants to make a deal.
Yes.
What would the United States get in return for that, and why should Americans trust Marco Rubio to negotiate it?
Well, Marco Rubio is doing a great job. I think he's going to go down as the greatest Secretary of State in history. Look at what we've done as a presidency. Look at what we've done as an administration. They trust Marco, and so do the American people trust. He's been successful no matter where he's been. He also speaks the language, which is always nice and always helpful. But he's dealing, and it may be a friendly takeover. It may not be a friendly takeover. It wouldn't matter because they're down to, as they say, fumes. They have no energy. They have no money.
Then why?
They're in deep trouble on a humanitarian basis. And we don't want to see that.
You're exactly right. Well, then why? Yeah, we don't want to see it. Then why are you doing it, dude?
Right. They have no government. They have no resources. We're just going to go and tip them over.
So when they're talking about Cuba and the fact that we may go in there and just blow the shit out of them, language obviously comes up, and Trump's like, he speaks language. It's really, really good. Let's get into these clips because this is crazy, dude.
I'd love to get to your countries at some point. Marco loves going to your countries. He's always at one of these countries. He likes your countries the best, okay? He's got a language advantage over me. because I'm not learning your damn language. I don't have time. I was okay with languages, but I'm not going to spend time learning your language. That much I won't do. Just give me a good interpreter. Interpreter, very important. And I know if somebody's good. I may not speak the language, but I know I had an interpreter recently that wasn't good.
All right, we've heard enough from him because let me get this out of the way.
But it's not that efficient.
Let's get to someone who is efficient, and that is Marco Rubio. He's a great translator.
Don't need an interpreter for this one. Quiero darle las gracias. I think I'm a good interpreter. You'll find out in a second. But las gracias a los países que están aquí hoy. Estos países, primero, el presidente ha hecho esta región una prioridad.
Is he better in Spanish or in English? I think he's better in Spanish. I mean, he's great. Pete, please.
Please, Pete.
Mr. President, I only speak American.
Jesus.
Okay, idiot.
What is wrong with these people, dude?
It is not the humble brag that they think it is. I mean, first of all, Trump can't speak Spanish. He can't. He would be incapable of learning another language. He is struggling greatly with his first language of English. I mean, American. So,
American.
Oh, man. I was watching some comedian the other day that said something like, oh, you're from Mexico? He was like, I don't speak Mexican. I don't speak Spanish. Oh, my God. I can't believe I just said that. Please, I'm so sorry. Like, he immediately caught himself and realized how ignorant he sounded.
Yes.
But yes, Heg said, I only speak American, which, of course, obviously is not a language.
So, like, on one level, when I heard that, I thought to myself, like, did he make the error of, English and American? Or did he say that purposely because I only speak America? Was he, boasting?
I'm not going to attempt to even rationalize or try to figure out what the hell is going on in his head. But I am pretty sure he thinks we're America. We speak American. I only speak American. But
yeah,
listen, what is that about, by the way? Like, who did not take any second language? Even in high school, you never took Spanish or French or something?
No, I mean, think about this, dude. With all the immigrants that Trump has used to build his fortune, like he didn't even think it was a good idea that he would speak another language.
It's so condescending, and it speaks to your lack of of intelligence and worldview and everything else.
Yeah,
but I always try to remind people when somebody speaks broken English, that means it's not their first language. It's their second or their third or whatever. So how many languages do you speak?
Totally.
I was just down in Mexico and I was attempting to communicate and I did a decent job. But of course I was speaking broken Spanish, to say the least. Were they sitting there making fun of me? Look at white boy over here trying to speak our language?
No, most people in other countries, what I have found in my travels is that most people appreciate the effort. If you go to another country and you refuse to even try to learn the language, that just shows who you are as a person, in my opinion.
Yes, no, for sure. And I don't know what's going on in schools nowadays, but Spanish was a very practical language to take. French was always the other option.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the least practical languages to learn. They only speak it in one country, and if you don't speak it perfectly, they'll hate you anyways. They might be the exception to that rule there in France, from what I understand.
We had Spanish and German.
Spanish and German.
Yeah, that's right. Most people took Spanish. I took German.
Oh, Spanish and German. I thought you said Spanish in German.
No,
that's complicated.
That's really complex.
What school did you go to? Wow.
Yeah.
So no, not the humble brag. I only speak American. I'm not even going to learn your language.
What a freaking idiot, dude. Yes. I completely agree. We're running out of time here. I got a few different things we can talk about. Do you have anything that you want to talk about before we leave?
I do, actually. Yes.
All right, let's do it.
I would like to talk about the just utter grossness of Trump in general and how his, just fat, sweaty, fake tan, fake hair, fake makeup, how everything apparently translates into his business world.
Okay, yeah.
News today, Trump hotel restaurants busted by truly gross health violations. And this is one example, but I have several. Inspectors recently visited the Trump International Hotel in Chicago, which I famously have a picture sitting outside giving it the double finger salute.
Double deuces?
Yeah, results are raising eyebrows. According to a December 2025 inspection report, wastewater was pooling on the main kitchen floor as multiple prep sinks drained. This is wastewater. And a dishwasher failed to properly sanitize dishes and utensils. Gross enough, but there's more. Inspectors also noted small flies in the rooftop restaurant's bar and dish area, debris in prep coolers, and a cracked ice machine lid. According to the report, because there's more, the employee bathroom was not stocked with hand soap. Meanwhile, inspectors observed multiple food handlers at the Trump Hotel in Chicago preparing and handling food without wearing any kind of gloves, including assembling sushi toppings and handling burger buns.
That is so foul, dude.
Feces.
That is just so foul. I mean, you could get sick so easily from all of that.
It's one thing to be the kind of person that won't wash your hands in a bathroom, but certainly when you're working, it is a requirement. But to not even have soap in there, and then they're all out there handling it without gloves, your food.
Ugh, dude, it is so foul. I mean, thank God. I would never walk into a Trump establishment. You know, I just wouldn't do it.
Well,
so I guess I'm safe.
There is a little karma there, right? Like if you're dumb enough to go in there. I was in Vegas not too long ago, and the Uber guy was like, you know, hey, there's Trump's Hotel and Casino. Like, that's Mega Central. All my fares tell me they either want nothing to do with that place or take me right there. Like, you got to be a Trumper if you go to anything called Trump nowadays. So maybe you deserve a little food poisoning. You know?
Yes. We keep pointing out that, you know, they're going to take themselves out. The stupidity, the nastiness, they're going to take themselves out at some point. It just can't happen fast enough.
Right. There could be some Darwin Awards here. Now, in case you're thinking, okay, that's one place in Chicago. Well, Trump National Golf Club in Westchester County, New York, according to a November inspection, uncovered a range of problems, including rodents, insects, dirty surfaces, poorly maintained rooms, and insufficient lighting and ventilation, according to the state health records.
Yeah, I would imagine there's some bed bugs in some of his properties, you know. I forget what the guy's name is that did The Apprentice, that big producer that we always talk about, but he was talking about
Summers. Really?
Yeah, he was talking about the fact that when he went into Trump's office, this was before he became president, obviously, but that everything was old and worn out. You know, like there was a sign of opulence, like maybe in the 80s, but nothing had been changed out since then. I feel like that's most of his hotels at this point.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Lady K here. I thought they kicked him out of Vegas and he had nothing there as far as casinos. No? I mean, it's licensed. I don't think it's his casino that he's running, but it's the Trump thing. Ed Kowalczyk from the band Live just a month or so ago posted a great picture, you know, sitting in his hotel room giving the Trump casino the big middle finger there. So that was great.
Yeah.
But I got more. Meanwhile, in May of last year, New Jersey officials flagged Trump's Bedminster golf course for 18 health code violations. And in 2024, a judge determined that the Trump International Hotel and Tower in Chicago violated environmental laws designed to protect wildlife in the Chicago River. The ruling came after then Illinois Attorney General alleging that the building's cooling intake system pulled so strongly from the river that it trapped and killed thousands of fish.
See, they don't give a shit about that. Big, beautiful, clean coal, you know, all that shit. They don't care.
Yes, yes. Oh, Mark Burnett. That's who the Survivor and Apprentice guy was.
This is who I was talking about, Noel Castler, the guy who talks about him shitting his pants on The Apprentice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Who's Mark Summers? That's the host of Double Dare, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I think he's dead. I think he hung himself.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Yeah.
But there's some crossover there. It sounds like these Trump hotels and restaurants are like the set of Double Dare with disgusting, nasty things that you will bathe in order to get your grand prize of a dinner for overpriced bullshit.
Yes, the slime coming out of the Trump administration. Yeah, that's fantastic. Like I said, good thing we won't ever go there, Steve.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, honestly, don't clean any of that shit up. Darwin Award coming your way, Trump.
Exactly. Dunning-Kruger effect. Listen, this is how we can end the show, and I don't have to play this whole clip, but you talk about how nasty Trump is. There's no one better than the Raging Cajun to tell us how nasty Donald Trump is.
James Carville.
A lot of fucking people. You hear me, you fat asshole? This is what we believe. You're right. I got Trump derangement syndrome. I hate the motherfucker. And you know what? I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. I want to hate him more. I pray to God in heaven, God reign the righteous reign of Trump derangement syndrome. Pray for me, Lord. I'm your vessel on this earth. Pray for the people that listen to this. We want more. We want to hate the son of a bitch so much that we can't see straight. And oh my God, James, you can't give him credit for getting rid of the penny? Let me tell it to you straight. Oh, you go fucking faint. It's like saying Mussolini made the train for a long time.
Yeah.
Wow. So
I mean, it goes on for a long time, but no one talks shit on Trump like James Carville did. I love it.
That's phenomenal. He is the Raging Cajun. So, wow, that's good.
He
Who put
really
a quarter
is.
in you?
Who
According
put a
to
quarter
Glenn,
in you?
by the way, Mark Summers is still alive. Are you thinking of the host of, God, what was that?
Family Feud?
Family Feud, right?
No, I think, God, I don't think Mark Summers, I didn't think he was still alive. Maybe he is. I don't
We'll
know.
fact check that later. But James Carville, like everyone's saying here, love this guy.
Yeah.
Love this. Yes. I mean, I get it. I get you, brother. If that's Trump derangement syndrome, then yes, I am fully infected and am 100% in favor of it all. So.
Give me more, Lord. Give me more.
Yeah. TDS is Trump denial syndrome, and that's what every MAGA person out there is currently suffering from a terminal case of.
Yes, 100%. You think Trump is so nasty, Steve, as we leave? He gave the true age of consent for a woman. I don't know if you heard this or not, but he did it.
Oh, boy. Okay. Can't wait to hear this.
But, you know, it can be given to you by your daughter. You know, your daughter, she has to be of age, like above 6 years old.
Oh, God. Dude, that's a Freudian slip, Trump.
Right? First of all, I don't know what the hell he's talking about, that your daughter can somehow vouch for you for voter ID. But yeah, you're right. There's Freudian slip big time. She has to be of age, like 6.
Just above 6, you know, will do the trick.
Even Megyn Kelly was like, hold on now. I said 15, not 6. Like,
yes. Wow. My God, dude.
Ooh. Interesting.
All right.
Yes,
100% right. I guess we're out of time. We got so much more, but yeah, we'll get to it on Friday because we do this show twice a week.
Yeah, we'll be back Friday. Feel free to message us. You can fact check us on Mark Summers or things that matter. Go to thevocalminority.net. Oh, that's disrespectful to Mark Summers. I'm sorry. I watched that show all the time as a kid. It was great. So
of course, dude. We love Mark Summers.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for joining the chat today. And yeah, join us again Friday, 3 o'clock West Coast time. It's the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve.
And that'll do it for another edition of the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve. Thanks for joining us on the Really American Media platform. Check out all our social media wherever good social media is found. Until next time, you tiny little bastards, good day.
Good day to you, sir.